What a day. I'm going to be Elyte now.
Yeah, see how much higher that comes out?
It's coming out way higher, yeah.
See what the spin is on that one. That was hit solid.
It was quite spinny, was it?
No,
No?
2,000 on that shot,
Okay.
12 on the launch, 161 on the ball speed, 11 yards longer than your best shot was with your old driver. Only a mile an hour faster than a lot of the shots you hit with your old driver. It's just that trajectory difference is increasing the distance, higher launch and lower spin. You definitely don't have any left miss with it. If anything, the miss is still slightly off to the right.
Yep.
Dispersion is still better. In fact, take a look at this screen right here. Red ellipse is that Elyte, blue ellipse is your smoke driver. So they're both pretty good, but you're slightly tighter dispersion and they're landing slightly farther. And then you go to the averages here, it's slightly faster here, slightly higher on the launch, slightly lower on the spin.
Yeah.
Your carry's up on average, your total's also up on average. So launch and spin, a good way to kind of explain it. If you're wanting the ball to roll, you don't want it to spin a whole lot because that makes it roll less. But you want it to carry a long way too. If you launch it low, potential to carry the ball kind of suffers a little bit. So if you can launch it high and you can spin it low, you're going to carry it a long way and then have a land angle, which is one of the measurements that monitors that gets it coming into the ground to where it's more likely to roll. I haven't seen you hit the standard model yet there as well. So this is the one where we've done some shaping differences to try and make it swing faster essentially, and you're at a swing speed where I wouldn't be surprised if you did swing it faster.
It's a thick grip, this.
That's a little bigger grip too. If you want to hit it with the red shaft, I just put it together for time's sake.
Yeah, I definitely prefer the normal grip. Just in hand straight away. It was a good smash.
It's definitely coming off flatter to my eye. I'll give you some numbers here on that shot. 2,300 on the spin, 11.8 on the launch. So it's bringing the spin way down. And that was ball that was fading, like a lot of your shots fade.
Yeah. That one's better. It's more like...
It's definitely hitting more of a knuckleball for you, which is going to give you probably the flattest land angle and the most rollout.
Yeah.
So some players like playing that type of trajectory, particularly if they know they play somewhere that rolls a bunch.
Yeah.
Firm conditions, or if they play in a lot of wind, that's what they're looking for. If you played in Southern California, you want to keep it in the air a little bit longer than that because it's not carrying as far. You're also not getting quite the ball speed that you were off the X model.
Interesting.
So even though the distances are not too dissimilar to the X model, it's in general working to the right a little bit more, a little bit less carry, and a little bit more rollout.
That one's spinning.
So in another way to put that is it's not as straight and not as long of carry. So it's a little more of a low fade. Based on that, I would say the model that matches the Max D that you're used to is probably
it's close.
still
It's closer to my smoke.
Yeah, closer to the smoke and just slightly better than the smoke. And that's without adjusting it. Let's go back to it one more time.
Okay. Well, the smoke suited me, and this one seems to be a lot closer to...
So all I'm going to do is move the weight where we were testing it before, right in the middle, to the heel.
Right, I gotcha.
And that doesn't necessarily make the face come in at a different rate of speed.
Okay.
It makes what happens at impact, the head will twist slightly less, like open.
Yeah.
It's going to twist more open so that you draw easier.
So we're going to see a tighter dispersion?
Potentially.
Well, depending on how I swing it,
It doesn't look like you have missed any shots out on the toe. All of your miss hits are slightly low and on the heel, and that's when the ball gets away from you to the right. So if your miss is still low and on the heel and we've got more weight over there, the head's not going to twist as much this way, making the ball spin off to the right as much. Nice.
That's more...
The fact that it doesn't curve at all to the right or very minimal, you like seeing that?
Yeah, I get more control over it. What's the distance like?
163 ball speed, 9.5 launch, 2,800 spin, that's 300 total.
Right.
And it carried 275, one of your longest carries.
Okay.
Yeah, this is kind of a no-brainer. You're in a good spot there.
I also do think I'm swinging it a lot better. You just said my path came back to...
Yeah.
closer to normal person.
Yeah, launch that one up nice and high, still spinning in the 2000s. If you see it miss left, you just slide that weight over to the middle.
Right,
and
okay.
Start falling back to the right.
I'm gonna
It
get
looks
you to
like that's the spot where you'd want to start with the driver. Weight in the heel, 9 degrees, neutral lie angle.
Okay.
Your gamer shaft doesn't look like you should switch out of the Ventus red.
Every
Time
time,
that up really good.
every time we've done it, that shaft has stayed in.
Yeah.
Bit more like that.
Yeah, a little more like that. Your club path was 2 degrees in to out on that one.
Was it? Wow, look at me with my draw.
Coachable.
Who is this guy?
So that would put you in a good spot to actually be able to hit some draws if you wanted to that didn't start way left.
Yep.
It'd start straight or start a little bit to the right. And if you got to where you did that all the time, you may take that setting on that driver and not put it as much in the draw bias.
Yeah, okay, right.
The way that's built is very much to hit the shots that you're seeing with your path a little outside in, where you hit kind of a nice little controlled pull baby fade. One thing's for sure, this is definitely your tightest dispersion, mitigating the shots that ended up to the right. And you haven't hit one that like started left and drew.
And kept going.
Yeah.
Feels really good. As everyone knows, I was a huge fan of the smoke. Just hitting this new Elyte, it brought everything in. It dispersed it by like 20 feet. My dispersion was so much better. I took a lot of spin off it. I hit it straighter. I got a few yards out of it. My ball speed was quicker. We all want to hit fairways. We all want to hit it far, but this is doing everything I need.